HouseHunter Moto. Tada. Let's ride.
HouseHunter Moto. Tada. Let's ride.
So, today we're going to be learning about dopamine levels. Dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a little happy feeling you get in your brain, right? When you do something and you feel good, that's dopamine, right? Number one rule for dopamine from a neuroscientist, he said that you have to protect your dopamine at all times, right? So, I can give you an example, right? If you post something on Instagram and you get a little bit of likes, ooh, feels good, right? Feels good that you're getting those likes. But you're not really doing anything. You're not really working hard for it. Say, a good analogy is, how many times have you heard one of your friends say, they want to write a book, right? They want to write a book. And then their friends say, oh, this is great. You should definitely write a book. I want to hear it now. Like, I want to see where it goes. And then that friend who wants to write that book gets that dopamine, quick dopamine from rewards, you know? But they're not associating that dopamine with hard work. How many times have you said, or have you heard your friend wanting to write a book, they get good feedback, and they never write the book? Because they already got the good feedback and they got the dopamine from that.
Okay.
They never get it. They stop. Just like in skateboarding, right? People who have ending careers in skateboarding, those are the ones that party too hard. They try a trick for hours at a time, and then they finally get it, right? And they want to celebrate, which is good. They have to celebrate. But sometimes they celebrate way too hard. They use drugs. They use alcohol. They use anything. They go to parties. But then they figure out that the partying is way more fun than the skateboarding. And they keep trying to chase the first time that they party. The first good time, right? Same with drugs. Same with drugs. The first time you try heroin or something, right? As an example, you get that all-time high, right? And then you want to chase it again, but it just never comes back to you. Chasing the magic dragon. This is what they say. You try something once, you try weed once, you love it. And you keep wanting to get that same feeling, but it never lasts. No, it's a high dopamine, but you can never get as good as the first time. That's dopamine in a nutshell.
Which is why you have to work for the
You have to work for the dopamine, otherwise you'll just get burnt out.
Okay. Guys, that's how it was explained by our guest speaker,
That's really good.
Lil Gabe, but he has a chart here that I want him to explain to us. It's called the Dopamine 101.
Dopamine 101.
So what is this chart? What is this fields?
I would like to say first, you have to
Means-
protect your dopamine, right? You can't get too much, you can't have too little. So you have to work for it. You associate this chart over here is the low to high dopamine when you're not feeling good or when you're feeling great. And this is no work versus hard work.
It's not.
You see this arrow here, it curves up. The harder you work, the higher your dopamine should go. As in, the more you work for something, the better you feel. If you don't work for anything, you don't get any of that feeling. So you have to work hard for it. Don't try to post something on Instagram or something and then get high dopamine, because that's not how it works. Look, see? You have to work hard for something to feel good. Amen.
Amen.
Dada, let's ride.
Okay, the bottom line here is how to protect your dopamine level. Okay? It's really delayed gratification. If you have goal, if you want to achieve a goal, you get your gratification or your extreme pleasure at the end. Don't give your extreme pleasure while you're still in the middle of the process. If you used up all your dopamine in the middle of the process, then you're using up all your dopamine, you're gonna get depleted. And what happened if you reach your goal? You're gonna get the dopamine or the pleasure unnaturally. And what are those? It could be drugs, it could be alcohol. The bottom line is you want to reach your dopamine level or your extreme pleasure naturally. And how do you do that? You have to enjoy it, get rewards at the end of the process, not in the middle of the process or not on the start of the process. Two main things, two key things. You have to get your dopamine or your pleasure naturally. Don't get it unnaturally because you're gonna break. I hope we explained it to you or you got something from that conversation in layman's term. That's the goal. We want to explain it to you in layman's term where regular people, regular Joe can understand. Thank you. Okay, thanks for watching.
This
See you on my next vlog.
is
HouseHunter Moto.